Yeah. Little mattress, young pastries, they cooking with spice. Turn on the podcast, come and get your advice. We got questions to answer by the two-man crew. Spitting bars, going hard in a flavorful stew. Just bake. Just bake.
Welcome to the Just Bake podcast. This is the podcast where we
just say stuff for you, nigga.
Man, Terminator 3. I think this is episode 9. Let's get to it, man.
T3.
The shortest of the 3 so far.
Right.
Terminator 3.
And that just goes with, I think that just goes with time because, movies were stupid long. And then as time got closer into the 2000s, they started getting a little shorter.
Yep.
And now we're just at a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. You know
Came
what I'm
out
saying?
2003. Action and sci-fi. An hour and 49 minutes. The explanation here is 10 years after John Connor saved Earth from Judgment Day, he encounters TX, a robotic assassin ordered to finish what T-1000 started. They said, you want to make it happen? Send a lady to do a man's job.
Did have some behind the scenes job? Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know.
2003 wasn't really that.
No, not 2025. Yeah, I think maybe.
But I think they could have, especially with the addition of Claire Danes and TX, they definitely made the women a stronger part of this movie than they had. Well, I mean, besides Sarah Connor, of course.
Yeah, Sarah was a badass.
Yep.
But Sarah kind of was bulked up. She was more of like a slimmy butt. I mean, she's also cyborg, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you want to get that stature, a good China in there.
Strong.
You know what I mean? Like a China chick robot would have been suffice, I think. But that was crazy too, where it fucking jumped for 12 years from the last movie to this one.
Yes.
First year was I think 84 to 91, so a good 7 years, and then we're gonna wait 12. We'll give you another one.
Yep.
And you could see the difference in the 12-year-old. I mean, not in the face a little bit, but his physique was still this nigga Arnold was still
I
tapped in, cuz.
Arnold looks fit with an exclamation point. That's what I had on it because he, immediately I was like, when's this Naked Lightning coming? You know what I mean? Because
it's part of it.
It was the longest that they had gone without Naked Lightning. And by that I mean it was maybe 3 minutes. But in the first 2 movies, it was immediately Naked Lightning.
Yep.
So now I see, and then I'm just like, oh shit, lady, that looks great.
Right.
And then, but when Arnold popped up too, I was just like, this dude got in shape.
Yeah.
He wasn't never not in shape.
Right.
But I was like, whoa.
But it's just in that time frame, you think about Arnold in that year frame, he probably was in his 40s somewhere, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, damn, nigga, you in your 40s, maybe almost 50s, looking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Looking like a still young man. Mm-hmm. But, shout out to them, the naked intro. I'm like, oh, we got a Shorty Rock now. She came out with the glowing blonde, you know what I'm saying? And I laughed at when she took Shorty's car, and it's the immediate transformation into the hairdo. I don't know if she stole her hairdo. Maybe that was because she can mimic.
I'm not sure, but the mimic was there. But what I felt bad for was, and because it's funny, because my lady, where I tell her, I'm like, yo, it's fine to have empathy, but you cannot stick your neck out for other people, because that woman in the car was just like, girl, are you okay? Wanted to help. And then it was just and then you run up and got done up. I like your gun.
I know. I like
your car was first, then I like your gun.
But, it's read the expressions. If she doesn't look like she's distraught or distressed, is kind of, she had a real ill will look to her. Fuck that. This bitch look like she ready to do harm to me. So let me get up out of here instead of
Peel.
Are you okay? No, she looked like she was ready to fuck something up. We're not going to play that game. I'm peeling off. I'll call the cops for you. Peel off, call 911. Hey, there's a lady back there.
Exactly.
On the corner of
some
5th.
Lady in the street naked.
Right. It's on the corner of 5th and Lincoln. You might want to go.
But
Scooper.
I also felt, too, like you said, with the hairstyle and everything, and then she got pulled over and saw the billboard. It seemed like you could tell I don't want to say CGI, but the effects.
Oh, yeah,
went
immediately. Especially when they even showed the intro part and they showed the Terminators. I was like, that's what I had look at the Terminators 12 years later, how much that graphics has changed to okay. Getting that 2000s now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they looked a lot better, everything. The titty growth was fun, because what I thought, I was like, oh, she's going to change into the entire thing, but she was like, nope, let me just, let me bump it.
Yeah, let me bump that up. She's like, oh, cop, pull over. It's immediately, even robots know, simple niggas. Let me just get my big breasts and.
Yep.
He wasn't really falling for it though. She just had to take his gun though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, pop off on him.
his confusion and "I like your gun" was great. I'm just like, what? Oh. Got done up.
Yeah, no, that was dope. And then they kind of jumped to the.
Arnold's always got to find his clothes.
He does. You know, and I like how they pick different places, right? So
Yes.
the first one was the alley. Second one, was it another alley? I forget what the second one was.
Oh, the second one? No, it was the bar.
It was the bar.
It was
right
the bar.
now, this one he's in the desert. He just fucking shows up in the desert somewhere and just goes in this random saloon in the middle of the fucking desert, and then with the whole. So I felt like it immediately. Right. So now they're getting into the. I want to say they got a little cutesy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, there was more comedy in this one than any other one.
Yeah, any of them, right. It got real cutesy with the male stripper. He's in there and he's fucking talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand was where it was at.
He fucking just grabbed that shit. But, you know, it's like, what better way is like, he's always showing him naked. Like, have him show up naked for a male review.
Exactly. It was perfect. Because even like when he gets to the front and the guy's just like, not even phased that he's naked. He's like, yeah, talent's around the back.
You gotta go talent around the back, but he's like, no, my talent's in the front.
That, the talk to the hand was funny. And then, like I said, to me, I knew that there was more comedy coming because then he walks out and he has the Elton John star glasses on and takes those out. And by the way, too, he lost so many pairs of glasses in this movie.
Yeah, he did.
This one, he ran through glasses.
Trying to find the right pair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the little blade joints, you know, it's like, one thing with T, man, he gonna get them fucking glasses, man.
Yes, and then it was interesting to find out because then TX is out here bucking people, and I can't catch it. I'm like, why is she killed? You know, Jose or who was it? Jose caught in a drive-through.
Yep.
Which was facing the wrong way, which was weird.
That was weird. I did notice that.
She's at the.
Said, yeah, like why did she go through the wrong way to drive through?
Yep.
How did you pull that off?
I don't know.
So can I help you? Yeah, you're Jose. All right, cool.
Take
Carlos Barraga. She popped that dude.
Yep.
And so it's like, oh, so when you seen it, it's like, oh, this is something different. She's on a hit list. There's a hit list going on here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you felt that where there's always a hit list, but now it's like it's not all about JC. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
But JC gets caught in the vet. He's going stealing pills from the
yeah.
vet.
What was I don't know.
I felt like they didn't explain that.
He was off. He didn't really say what was going on, but he definitely was like a junkie kind of coming in there.
It felt like he was trying to forget.
He was right. He's running. He's forgetting. You know where mom is. He's all fucked up. But I could say one thing I could say about the middle, younger 20-something-year-old John Connor. I didn't feel the resemblance from the young guy to that.
No.
If you watch 2 and then you go to 3, it's like, no way that dark-haired fucking young fella became this blonde-haired dude right now.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah, there was. I think they were probably jumping away from Edward Furlong of like we're never going back in that direction, so we've made a huge change. But then even in
give me a dark hair, give me a Charlie Sheen, nigga. I don't know.
Isn't like doesn't Christian Bale play him in a later version? I don't know, but
that might be the next one.
It might either that or one or
Bale,
two more.
I think Bale is in the next one if I'm not mistaken.
But so I feel like it's.
Yeah, because I think
I'm not telling this to you, but I feel like for anybody, if you pay too much attention, you can definitely fall out of it because you're like, don't even.
I know. Yeah, it don't matter.
We got to treat it like wrestling and just be like, I believe.
I mean, it wasn't like dramatic, like Aunt Viv.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In the Fresh Prince, like, how you just gonna throw that shit in a new season with this light skinned Aunt Viv? It don't work like that. But,
because I feel you, like there was a little bit of separation in my mind when John Connor was like, remember 10 years ago when we did the blah, 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 and we threw the chips in? And I'm like, that wasn't you. I know that wasn't you.
But no, shout out to her. Was it Catherine was her name?
Yep.
Where
Claire Danes, Kate O'Connor.
Right.
Or Kate Connor.
It was always funny because my little thing was, my little note was, never date the chick with a military dad. Too much classified information can be gained. Because, that father is like, oh, you're going to date this guy is a high clearance military guy on top of that. Where and he was just totally, I trust you, honey, and trust everything. But, probably like, I ran everything on that nigga already. Don't worry about it.
Yep. And they already set up the, he's not he's just too busy at work. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. He's too into his own work. No, honey, sorry. Oh, yeah, you're canceling again, Dad? That type of relationship.
And there was a moment in that when they were with Dad and with the, in the top secret government facility, and somebody said something about AI, and I'm like, are they talking AI in 03? He did say it, you know what I mean? It was like some AI, and I'm like, oh, AI.
Yep.
Look where we come now. But it was always a talk of it being around, but like now it's so advanced 20 years later, 22 years later.
Yeah.
was coming to a whole nother game, man.
With this, I also wrote down, like, after Jose caught it in the drive-thru, Johnny's in the cage in the vet, the Kate there.
Oh, I did mention something about when he popped up. So this was the first one of him kind of getting the clothes with actually not having to kill somebody. He murdered the other guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he had to kill the first two to get their clothes. This guy, it looked like he just gave it to him.
Hopefully by omission. That's what it seems.
You know,
right?
he's like, wait your turn, honey. I mean, well, he twisted his hand, literally, like, take it.
He might have stripped quick after that. But yeah, for me, immediately I was just like, yo, there are tons of bodies dropping already.
Yeah.
That's the thing I noticed, especially in this one. There was so much more murder immediately. Like, bodies are dropping. This one I also wrote down later, I wish I saw this in the theaters. Yeah. Because this was such an action film, like with the crane sideways running through everything. I was like, because this isn't streaming on anything. I Googled it and found it streaming on, a different platform. And I watched this shit on my iPad with the headphones. You know what I mean? And even like, I have a pretty big TV, but it's not, while I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, in the theater, this would have been nuts.
Hearing the explosions, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that fucking crane. And, I noticed their theme in every one of them is always the giant, like that, the 18-wheeler, the fucking, the bus, the crane, and it's always against the motorcycle. I noticed that with all three of the movies, it was like extreme and then motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like
David Goliath.
You know what I mean? It just made it great. I mean, shout out to the convertible hearse, cuz.
Yes. But speaking of all this, back into the vet, you see the different features of the TX. Tasting the blood. Tasting the blood.
I said that too. It's like the enhancement on the technology.
Enhancement,
you know what I mean?
yes.
On the technology was like, the upgrade and even scanning. Because like even her initial scan was like, oh no, pictures are showing up now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No longer the little words we've grown now where it's like, identification, pictures, boom, 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 blood sample.
And the mini mental orgasm when she tasted John's blood was wild. She tasted his and was like, that's the one she wants.
That's the main
Yeah.
I came with a list of people, but shit, if I can get him now,
exactly.
I'm going bonus.
Because you learn later, like you said, spoiler alert, came out 23 years ago. She's killing his lieutenants, is what we find out. She's killing his lieutenants.
Yep. So all his top dogs, they're getting murked.
Exactly.
In the process.
But when she tastes his blood, it's once again it's on.
Yeah, she got fucking.
And then you also find out, because you don't know, because all right, you got Arnold bad in the first one, good in the second one, and then you quickly find out, all right, he's good in this one as well.
He came in hot again with the goodness.
And then to learn, so then the TX, she is a mixture of how the T1000 was just that polyalloy, right?
Yep.
Now she is a mixture of the polyalloy and the machine.
And the teeth. Yeah.
That's key.
That was key. And then they threw in a new feature with the whole little the fucking.
Yeah, the multi-tool.
The multi-tool, for real. Little Army Swiss fucking gadget.
Exactly,
going
Swiss
on.
Army arm.
And I liked how she fucking was able to kind of remotely control things. You don't really see that in too many movies. Like, oh shit, she used these cars as remotes.
Tapped into that mainframe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anything with a computer chip, I'm on it. I take over.
She's on it.
Cop cars, and now she got a squad chasing with nobody in it.
And you saw her power very quickly with whatever that blast was where she fucks up Arnold. Once again, like I said, the comedy being thrown in there. She fucks up Arnold, he hits the thing, he's passed out for a second or whatever it would be. And then quickly the fire department shows up, they're on him and no pulse. And like, because he's a machine, you don't have one.
I can't move him.
And then this guy weighs a ton.
He's a machine, nigga. Of course you can't. Even if he wasn't, Arnold's still a solid mass body, man.
Yep. But yeah, I'd written down she got the super hacking transformer arm, which is what it felt like. She was just running up on everything. Run up, get done up.
And she definitely was the strongest op in all of them right now. You know what I'm saying? And like even the way she was able to contort her, like the twisting, like the first time you saw it, I think it was she was on the bed with the boyfriend. Like, let me turn around and murder you real quick. You know what I mean?
Real quick.
That was tough. Man.
Yeah, I wrote down the visual effects have stepped way up. Like just to go back now and see those changes and see how far it's jumped was really cool.
Right, and she probably came more equipped because then she had her shit turned into a fucking laser big ass fucking explosive gun. Like, oh, none of them niggas had that.
Nope.
They had Arnold, T1 had to get guns. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
T2 was like he had to use the liquid metal to turn into shit and then use weapons. But no, she said I am a weapon and I can do everything they do.
She had that old like Iron Man blast inside.
Nah,
inside
even if, you know,
me.
spoiler alert to the end of, like, how she looked as a fucking android was kind of dope.
Yeah, almost
You know what I
like, almost snake-like, almost like, I don't know, devil-like. It was weird.
Yeah, like, the whole transformation in from, like, even when her skin was fucking melting on the fucking thing and the magnetic poles, like, I mean, good graphics on this one, man.
Now, the only thing I wrote, because, you know, we're here for a little bit of comedy, too, is they did... And I understand, like, that when all this was happening, it was, like, 5:30 in the morning. But then cut to pure daylight. It felt like they drove through the night very, very quickly. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
that
there was some
like
shit
the
with them
chase.
chasing. It's funny because I had something with the chase scene, too, as far as, like, when that high-speed chase was going on, when he was in the dog catching car.
Yeah.
With no door at that speed, no way he's staying in that car without a seatbelt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was there, no door, and he's on a high-speed chase. It's like, bro, that's immediately he's flying out the fucking car. Immediately. But it's movie magic.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's movie. You gotta suspend it.
Yeah, you can suspend it. You gotta get it out the way. He's like, all right, fuck it. In reality, it's like, dude, no way. No fucking way.
So what I did like too was the pace of the movie, because like I said, I'm jokingly shitting on the fact that they were like 5:30 in the morning there, bow, it's daylight.
Right.
No problem with that, but immediately they got into, there was that hanging truck on the arm just doing so much work to where now I'm looking back on it like, was all that practical? Like, were they really building those type of sets and just fucking them up? But because it looked to me, and that's where I cut into like, man, I wish I was watching this on a big screen.
Right.
You know?
Because, you know, you go back and look at footage of, like, when they showed behind-the-scenes making of movies back then, and, you know, Indiana Jones and all that shit, and it was just like, oh, no, they were really blowing shit up. There was really stuntmen flying through this shit.
Yes.
Before CGI kind of took over everything. It was kind of like, no, that was the only way to get that effect is to, like, really blow shit up.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
The amount of money they spent on, like, destruction was crazy. And then I even had a note of, like, yo, what that kind of destruction, imagine what that would look like in real life. Like, how much money that fucking city is paying to repair shit like... You know, the crane going through the ground through the fucking thing, and it's like ripping up the concrete.
Yep.
Which that was a pretty dope scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that crane truck going down like that, and
The crane truck, and then like him hanging on and getting hit by the fire truck was dope.
Yeah.
And then it also, I saw a parallel between when Arnold was in the fire truck and then when the T-1000 was in the helicopter in the previous movie, where they're just like, get out. And they're like, yep, no problem. I'm gonna head the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna get out.
You're gonna say it once, nigga, get out.
Also with that, you know, like then you find out she's eliminating the lieutenants. One thing that caught me is when Arnold put the axe to her neck to like scoop her, and that shit was just fucking nuts. Like when he popped up and had the fireman's axe to her neck, I felt that. I don't know.
Yeah, like, get in there, get in there.
And then also I said Arnold has cut a part of his body in every movie, because then when he's driving,
it was always the arm. This time we're going chest plate.
Yep.
When he fucking did that, and then that tiny ass piece he threw out, that was a fucking super mini atom bomb, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Foreshadowing to the end.
Right. But that mini atom bomb was something else, man.
Yes.
But I tell you, the fucking the chest plate was crazy. I won't even jump into a scene. I think a little further up when the boyfriend was going to look for her. I'll help you eat. She pretended to be the boyfriend. Yeah. Nigga, probably one of the illest scenes. Punched through the cop, grabbed the wheel. Nigga, when I saw it, I was like, I'm done. Exactly. I'm done. And when I saw that, when she punched through the cop and then grabbed the wheel, just like, yo, let me... But she probably didn't have to do that because she could remotely do things. But I loved it. I loved the way it was. Aesthetically, it's like, that's a good kill right there.
Yeah, whoever thought of that and then got that on screen, you know, they were just like, that's the shot.
I was like, well, that's going to be the one that's going to make them go squirm in their seats. Like a little bit, like, oh, shit.
And then, like I said, they kept bringing back the comedy, because then at the gas station, Arnold said, talk to the hand. Right. That was like, okay, you can see that.
You're going to pay for that?
Because a lot of people were dying. There was a lot of violence, but you see they sprinkled in
some comedy in there, man. And shout out to her. I mean, like, I would say that too, like when you're told that's gonna be your wife, and that's like, you know, that's just a weird thing to hear.
This lady?
Like,
I don't know.
It's like that's gonna be, and no, Catherine was actually he made out with her or something when they were younger. They came to that conclusion.
Gave him spin the bottle or some shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So there was a little flare back there. Yep. But man, to be told by Arnold, you know, T1 was like, no, that's gonna be your wife. That's why she's important.
Yep.
And now, you know, you can say his next conversation he has with her is like, what's up? And then he's like trying to give her like some husbandly advice. Yeah.
Because it does seem like these things all come true. Like I say, you just don't know how they come true.
Right. So he knows it once he tells him that, because he already knows it was So this is my wife. So maybe I should try to be nice and get to know her.
Yep.
Yeah, don't worry about it, because now she learns her fucking fiance's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, don't worry about it, because I'm going to be your husband
Exactly.
anyway.
Yeah, he wasn't the one for you. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Yo, the war chest inside of Sarah Connor's casket.
Oh,
Fire.
that was dope. It's like, why are we doing? What are you doing? Like, pulled the casket out, thinking it's like, yo, you desecrate my mom's grave, but no, nigga, this.
Yep.
Her ashes were thrown in Mexico. Just to let y'all know, Sarah did die. That's how we found out. She had leukemia. I think she said she died from, and then sprinkled her ashes in Mexico.
Yep.
So that was just a fucking cachet of guns, just. And the way he got out of there was great too. The guns and him in the fucking
in the casket,
coffin.
just on the shoulder.
And shout out to the bulletproof fucking coffin, because I don't even know they made that, because they were shooting that shit the fuck up.
Oh, they definitely were. Yep.
And he lived, so.
Another great line by Arnold, because he roughs up John to get him going, and then he said, "Anger is more useful than despair." That shit was nuts, because he's like, "You're being a little bit emo right now. Let me fuck you up. Yeah, get you pissed off.
Right.
You can use that. Let's go."
Right.
You know?
Said, fuck you, motherfucker. Yeah, so don't tell me. That's what I need, John.
Anger is more useful than despair.
Yeah, that was great, man. That and Judgment Day is inevitable, because they stopped Judgment Day.
Yep.
Because that was what it was. We stopped it, the end of part 2, Skynet shut down, Brother Man blows it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we stopped Judgment Day, but no. It's inevitable.
Love will find a way.
Judgment Day is inevitable. I like
Dr.
that
Silverman still on that bullshit.
He did pop up. But you know what's crazy about that scene? Like, they're in the middle of fucking guns out, kind of going in there. Like, why would we bring the doctor? He's just strolling. Why did you bring the doctor on the scene?
Yep.
That was his only scene, though. But
yeah,
that was great.
But he was definitely on to where, in my opinion, on this, you could see that he was waffling on his opinion, because he's like, yeah, no, and sometimes you see things that can't be real, but they're there.
He
and
started
then
diving into
it. Yeah.
And then fucking Arnold pops open, and it's like, I'm really crazy. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not crazy, but I'm crazy. But like, why is the doctor there on the scene in the middle of a fucking shootout? It was really uncalled for, but you got to squeeze him in somewhere. Where's they gonna bring him in at? You know what
exactly.
I mean?
There wasn't too many hospital
So
scenes.
we got to give him a cameo.
One thing that I thought was cool that they carried over from the others, I believe, because after he had the casket on his shoulder, it was brrr, and then you heard the no humans killed. So I wonder if he was carrying that over from the other one when Edward Furlong said, "No, you don't kill humans." So I was wondering. I was like, I think
he probably was programmed again that way.
Yep.
Old
well,
John
that's
Connor.
what they said too. Which I didn't know if we learned in another one, but it stuck out in this one where Arnold was saying, because somebody asked him at some point in the movie. Excuse me, I watched it 2 days ago and can't remember shit. Somebody asked him in the movie. They were like, "Well, how are you on our side?" And he said, "The Resistance reprogrammed."
Yep.
So that was cool.
Because you don't remember me at all? I said, "Nah, I'm another model kid."
Yep.
That I look just like that, but it ain't me. But I did like the fucking the one where Catherine fucking, was still a non-believer till she bucked him. He's like, yeah, go ahead, do it. She fucking shoots him in the head, and he fucking spits out the bullet. Don't do that.
Exactly. Don't do that. That was a good one.
Very subtle line. You know what I mean? Just don't do that. Okay. All right. Let's go on.
Seeing how they started Skynet and the machines take over immediately was like, that shit was awesome. John Connor dies on July 4th, 2032, and Arnold is the one that kills him.
Yeah. Whew. That was a crazy bomb drop.
So, like I said, I've never seen these other movies, so I'm wondering, like, is that
going to be
some of these other movies?
And I tell you, because I remember this one, but then I think the next two I get a little stagnant, and then I think I remember watching the last one that came out in 2019.
Word.
2019, I feel like I've seen that more recently, but it's all going to come together now that we're going into series mode. I like that.
Yep.
I like the she'll be what he said. She'll be back. Put a little twist on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't gonna die. She was too strong. Man.
And I was wondering if this had deeper meaning or if I was just tripping, but Arnold kept beating the shit out of her with like urinals, which I was just like, is this I'm subliminally hitting you with my dick? That was I was like, I don't. That was
no, there was some subliminal. I mean, well, there was when they were fighting. That was a good scene, and she grabbed his nuts.
Yep.
And it was like it's like, but there's nothing there. I'm a robot. You know
it's
what I'm
just
saying?
a clink.
It was just a clink, but it's like, oh, that's my robot nuts. I don't know. That's kind of how it felt.
I also wrote in this, he keeps losing sunglasses, because I remember, is in another scene. Yeah, she knocked off his shit again. When John Connor told Kate, "You remind me of my mother," the line just didn't hit for me. It felt weird. I don't know. We'll continue.
You
on.
remind me of mother. But it was weird too because like that was the moment he kind of fell for her.
Yes, I do
Because you
agree.
seen it in his eyes. He kind of was like, and it took ladies with guns, man.
Yeah.
She started fucking.
Exactly.
He was like, oh my god.
Chicks with blicks.
I love you. You remind me of my mother, and it's like I get it because it's like
She was a resistance as well.
not to be in a creepy way, but it's like they say those things where young women when they find guys, it's like the image of like their dad and the good person they were, and vice versa. Like a young lady find a man, it's like how good you find a good woman, it's like how your mom was a good woman. So you're looking for those characteristics, but not your mom. So
I like TX because I like this thing in wrestling called the hope spot. Say it's a tag team match. This tag team member is over here getting the shit beat out of him over here. His other tag team member is over on the ropes. Give me the tag. That's that hope spot.
Okay.
So when she stomps his fucking head off, when
crazy.
TX stomps Arnold's fucking head off, I was like, what are we gonna do now?
Right? I was like, that was the only. It's always Arnold. It's like, how are we gonna put him back together again?
Exactly.
Can he put himself back together again? And then you seen that little, and I had a feeling when she did that little head twist and she was going in, I was like, oh, she going. I felt that she gonna reprogram this nigga.
Yep.
Because you could feel that kind of like but he had the inner fight with the program system.
Yeah.
You're trying to overload, and can't run as I'm trying to break your neck, nigga. Run, get in the chopper.
Then they turned on the magnet system and clanked her to that, and then had a great Claire Danes screaming out, "Just die, you bitch!" That was great. You know what I mean? Just die, you bitch!
But I did like that one scene too when they were fighting. To rewind a little bit with the when she wrapped her legs around him and fucking spun her whole body.
Yes,
that was a dope
that
scene.
was
It was
dope.
like, oh, fucking wrap twist. Okay, this just not the same.
Yep. Once again, spoiler alert. TX gets bucked in this one, and I've never seen the others, but I thought she was a great villain that I could see coming back in a couple
She
of
stayed
things.
clean through the whole shit, man.
Yep.
Like T2 I think did too. Where she had that same liquid shit where like the blast. It's like she sustained those blasts more though.
Yes.
It took him a little longer sometimes to kind of come back together.
Yep.
Her shit was like boom, like oh okay.
But that was cool to see. Like I said, because all these are supposed to be upgraded.
Right.
I know you know, but
Upgraded
all these
versions.
are supposed to be upgraded versions, and it was like they had those subtle changes of that's a quick heal versus T1000 was getting split in half and then like slowly.
Right. So then when Arnold comes back and he's fucking now reprogrammed slightly because it didn't work completely because he was all banged up.
Yep.
And for him, the way he had to shut it off was he had to fucking beat shit down to malfunction.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which was a pretty dope scene of beating that car down like that.
Beating the
man.
car down. And I had it in there too. TX corrupted the entire system, but then I had also Kate kept getting fucking tossed. Like, bro, then adrenaline, everything like that. But I'm trying to think in real life. I know the next day she was like, "What the fuck?" Because there were like 6 or 7 times where she got launched and just,
right, and bounced back. You're supposed to be unconscious a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
TX got hit by the fucking helicopter. That was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, the I'm back. They get in with the I'm back lines. It was variations of that line, kind of.
Yeah.
She'll be
They were
back.
dancing
I'm
around
back.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like he didn't even say
Backstreet.
right. He didn't really give it to you, but he gave it to you. You know what I'm saying?
What else was there? Great line again. Speaking in those type of terms, as we said, with his other power cell, jams it in her mouth. Pause. I don't know, but jams it in her mouth, and then she. Right before she explodes, he says, "You're terminated."
You're terminated.
Which that was a good one.
That was a
too.
new line to have. You got to have the tagline somewhere. It's like, okay, that's the T3 line.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're
Exactly.
terminated.
Yeah.
And that when he gave it to her, man.
They end up in that VIP fallout shelter where John Connor kind of realizes, like, once again, because this is one of those, we know the ending.
Right.
And then it was dope. I wrote at the end, seeing John Connor become the leader was very dope.
Yeah.
Because then they get into that VIP survival fallout shelter with, it had older equipment in it. And there was kind of a light bulb that went on where John was like, they've been planning this the whole time. Everybody knew this was going to happen the whole time.
Yep.
And then he's there, crackle on the radio, and he's like, "Yeah, this is John Connor, leader of the resistance. What's up?" And I was like, "Oh shit!"
He owned it. This is now it's about to start, and you seen the robots were taking over on the outside.
Yes.
So and the nuke was about to drop. That's why they had to get there.
Get there.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, to see that, okay, So I'm assuming the next one should be launched into. Now we're just post-apocalyptic, you know
and it's
saying?
on.
Yeah.
Now we are fighting the machines.
Now we're against the machines.
Because this was a great title, yes, Rise of the Machines, which is what happened at the end. Was like,
right. It's just like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which is another one we should probably dive in. I'm a big Planet of the Apes to read the new series.
Yeah.
I mean, not the 70s. We can go back deep, but
yep.
if you really want to be here for a while, but the new ones with Wahlberg, and as they went, you know, but the Rise of the Planet of the Apes was that growth of it, man.
But this was really cool, and I thought it advanced the story very well as well. You know, like it stayed with it. And I understand it had to be a completely different viewing experience if you watched the one in the 80s, the one in the 90s, the one in the 2000s. Like, I didn't have to wait 30 weeks. I did them in 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So it was different for me.
And then if you go through it, because I remember seeing these younger, but I'm going through the age periods, right?
Yep.
You know, younger, adolescence when the first one came out.
Yeah, probably 10s, 20s, 30s.
You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? Then it was like, 91. It was like right about there, just
Yep.
hitting double digits. 2003, I'm a young adult now. So probably got some liquor and went to the movies to see it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a great transition. Now you appreciate it at a different level. You know?
And like I said, I thought that they stuck with the story very well. It tells a great story to make those movies decades apart and have them all flow like that. I thought was really good.
They put some time into it, man. A lot of time, money, and explosions, baby.
Ooh, that's a great fucking capper. Time, money, and explosions.
Yep. And the one line I ended it with is just the way survival is a must.
Yes.
That's a gem for life, guys.
Okay? Gem for life. So, real quick to cap this off, I want to do this again. Replace the 3 with the 4. What do we got? In 2009, Terminator Salvation. Okay, there he is.
Bill. Yep,
There's Batman.
There he is. This Bill.
All right. 155, not bad.
Okay. Salvation. Oh, Commons in that? What'd you look
Damn,
at?
Commons. All right, yeah, this is on. Well, see, me, I'm just looking for the doctor. You know that. I'm just looking for the doctor in this thing.
He ran off and never to be seen again.
Right.
He's all done.
Yeah, I don't see.
He
the
might have
doctor
passed
in
away.
there.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's in it. This is the guy that, man, there's so much to say about him.
Okay.
We'll get to that later.
Oh, man.
Terminator Salvation 2009. Okay, that's it for next week. So, please, come back.
Yo, you T-heads, put your T's up, nigga.
Put your T's up. Shout out to Bryce Dallas Howard. She was dope in Black Mirror.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff.
Niggas know.
Man, leave a comment. Let us know how you feel about it and what other series you'd like us to hop into. Terry Crews is in this fucking thing?
What is
Captain
he?
Jericho.
He's a captain. Oh, shit.
Come on.
Whew. Is he going through the robot? Because he loves that.
I know, he loves that shit.
Love that movie.
Future carved in burning steel. Machines don't break, they only feel the weight of time, the weight of war, knocking down humanity's door. Oh, skulls crunch under metal feet. No retreat, no retreat. Steel shadows rise, no time to run. The fight's begun, the fight's begun. Skynet's eyes cold as the sun will stand or fall till the end comes. She came from fire, born to save a shattered world, a shallow grave. His face a mask, his heart unknown. The past erased, the seeds are sown. Red eyes gleam in the dark of night. A clock that ticks, a losing fight. Can you change the script, rewrite the line? Or is the future locked in time? Steel shadows rise, no time to run. The fight's begun, the fight's begun. Skynet's eyes cold as the sun will stand or fall till the end comes. Till the end comes. Till the end comes. fire, born to save.